The cost of mediation versus the cost of litigation. Well, that's a seismic difference. People say, well, you're an attorney, why wouldn't you want people to litigate? Because litigation wins for the lawyers. The lawyers win all day, every day when we litigate a case because the fees are astronomical. I can't imagine a case that I've tried for under 6 figures. Does that make me the most expensive lawyer in the state? Absolutely not. It's the cost of going to trial. The reality is 99% of all people settle their case. Why wouldn't you start at a settlement table? Why wouldn't you start at the place that most people end? So mediation is cost effective. Why? Our program, we in most cases can do flat rate mediations. You have controlled costs, controlled time. And yes, do some people need to move into an hourly rate to cover their mediation because there's some complexities? Of course. Absent domestic violence being present in a case, everybody can mediate. It doesn't matter if it's a high asset case or a small asset case. You can resolve your differences in mediation. It's cost effective and it allows you to control your schedule. So why is mediation so much less expensive than litigation? Does that mean we don't uncover all of the finances? Absolutely not. A mediated settlement, you need to go in informed. You need to know what assets are available for division. You need to know all of the financial background in order to settle your case. Yes, that does mirror what we do in litigation. However, in litigation, we're preparing trial briefs, we're preparing exhibits, we're preparing trial binders, we're prepping witnesses to testify. We may be bringing in experts. We're spending hours and hours following the rules. And I'm not saying the rules aren't great rules, but the court rules on evidence. How do I get this piece of paper in front of the judge? How do I keep this piece of paper away from the judge? And guess what? When we get to court, you think that trial is starting at 10 a.m.? I promise you it's not, because the judge, through no fault of their own, has 3 other cases that popped up that are emergencies. So now our 10 o'clock start time becomes a 1:30 start time. We finish at 4:30. We go back to our offices, we review our notes, and we have to prep for the next day. And guess what? That next day may not be tomorrow. It might be 3 weeks from now. So now I have to order the transcript so I can remember what you said on the witness stand, review that, prepare my questions, prepare for cross-examination, and that process goes and goes and goes. I promise you it's not what you've seen on television. Trial work is not continuous days, and your lawyer has to prep again and again and again because we don't remember in totality what happened 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and that's why a trial is 6 figures or better. When you go into court, a judge is deciding your schedule. When you're exchanging financial records, when you're showing up for mediation, when you're showing up for a conference, whatever that schedule is set by the judge and not by you. In mediation, we can decide how fast we want to move, how slow we want to move, or something in between. So we're going to start out with financial disclosures. We can move as fast as the family can move. Oh, we want to exchange tax returns. Phenomenal. Financial records, all good. We can do that 30 days. We can do that in 30 weeks or something in between. But you get to decide, and you decide what day you take off from work, not the court telling you you have to take off in the middle of the close of your quarter and you're an accountant. That doesn't necessarily work for you. Does mediation speed up the clock for you? Does it eliminate delays? Of course it does, because you cannot control, nor can your lawyer. No matter what lawyer you hire, we cannot control the court. We can't control weather delays, delayed openings, technology delays, the court's recording system isn't working that day, the judge is out sick, the judge's clerk is out sick, and we wait 2 hours for court to start. We can't control any of those things. And there are things called emergent matters. So if an emergent case comes in, the judge must hear that case ahead of your case. In mediation, you've locked in your mediator for that time frame, and the mediator isn't interrupted. The mediator is focused on you and only you. Your judge, I promise, again, no fault of the judge. They're on the bench, they're hearing your case, and you see the note. A note comes to the judge, and the judge says, hold on, and they have to address whatever their clerk is handing them on that piece of paper. Your mediator, that's not going to happen. Your mediator's time is devoted to you alone, and your case. Are you cutting corners by going to mediation? So are you saving $1, but you're missing out on something in the process? Absolutely not. So, your mediator and the mediation process will give you access to the same information that you needed to make an informed decision on the settlement of your case. Whether you're in court or whether you're sitting in a mediator's office, you're getting the same information, the information that you need to settle your case. So, while it may be more cost effective, we're certainly not cutting corners. We want our clients to reach a resolution that's fair and reasonable, and we can't do that if you don't have all the data that you need to make a decision. Mediation is both cost effective and a time saver. It is an amicable way to reach a resolution of the dissolution of your marriage. It is a way to move forward without killing each other in a courtroom. I don't mean literally, I mean financially. Do you want to put my children through college or your children through college? I ask people that all the time. Trial work is expensive. And at the end of the day, you're turning over power to a stranger in a black robe to decide the most important thing probably in your children's life and financially, perhaps in your life. You want to learn more? Mediation is the answer. Contact our office and we'll tell you more.